All right, we're going to talk about some of the features of Google Docs. If your teachers use a Google Doc to do an assignment with you, one of the things that's really cool about Google Docs that can help you, if inside the Google Doc, if there's words that you don't know what they mean, you can highlight that word and you can right click on it or two finger click on a Chromebook, and you can click on define and it will pop up the definition for you. Also, let's say that you are given a research project for Abraham Lincoln. You can highlight Abraham Lincoln. You can right click on it and you can click explore. And over here, you will get things that you can use, okay? For Abraham Lincoln, you can click on these are the links, and it'll give you websites about him, and you can even kind of do footnotes to where you're saying that you're using that website, but you don't want to copy it word for word, things like that. But that's what this little quotation mark is. Anyway, that is like kind of just like the features that a lot of people may not know about. One thing too, sometimes when you turn in work to your teacher, they may highlight a section. Let's say that you spell Lincoln wrong, and you don't catch it before you turn it in. They may be able to highlight it, and they're going to click this little plus button, and they're going to add a comment. So, spelled wrong. And then once you come in and see that, you can go over here and correct it. And when you correct it, you just check that box and it goes away. And you can also comment back to them as well. So that's another feature. But most of the features that you will be playing with when you're working with Google Docs is they may ask you to insert an image. You can do it this way. You can upload it from your computer. So you click on Insert Image, Upload from Computer. You can search the web. You may have one in your Google Drive. And then you just kind of got other options here. You can even take a picture if they ask you to take a picture. But let's search the web, and let's say that we're looking for elephants. Well, we can find one that we really like. You just select it and you click Insert. And there you go, and you can resize it. You can click on the picture. You can pull it, pull it around. I suggest kind of leaving it the regular size because if you stretch it, it looks kind of cruddy. So leave it whatever size it comes up as. You may be asked to insert a table like for a math assignment. You can insert a table and you can make it as long as you need to and as long as you need to. So if you do one that big, it'll put that in there, and now you got kind of looks like graph paper, right? And you can stretch them and make them bigger and things like that. So that's how you insert tables. There's a bunch of different things you can do. This is just like Microsoft Word if you've ever used that. But these are the basic features of how you do things. If you're not liking the font that you have on your paper, like you can highlight it, come up here, and you got a bunch of different options. The most common one's Times New Roman. Usually 12 is the most common size. And then you have your options for bold or italics, underlining, changing the color. So you got all these options, and here's how you can center it, bring it to the right, bring it to the left. All these things you can bullet point, all those things are there on this little toolbar. If you don't have it, most of the time you can click up here, like hover, and it'll show up. Sometimes there may be like a little lines here that you'd have to click, and that will bring up the rest of the toolbar. That happens on a Chromebook just because of the size of the screen, so just keep that in mind. But this is a basic little tutorial about using Google Docs. Hopefully it helps.